have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. All right. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and we're ready to rock and roll with you today. Gonna give you a little jazz, gonna give you a little that fusion, gonna give you that, what we call it, that up-to-date information. I've got on the line already Mr. Leo Brazil, the person who can break it down, and that's what I'm going to ask Mr. Leo Brazil to break it down for you today, family, on the Talk Beat Jones again. This is the program that goes around the world, and we show folks that we can have that great conversation. We can give you that wonderful, truthful information. We give it to you like other folks try, but we do it the real way, that communication that you can understand on the Talk Beat Jones. Again, I am Billy E. Jones. Remember, tell your friends, we want you to like it. We want you to share it. We want you to let your friends know, to communicate about the fact that this program can be shared, whether you're able to watch it today or watch it at a later particular time. You can go to that YouTube TV33 on demand. Watch the program. When you go to that YouTube TV33 on demand, always first go to where it says live. Therefore, you pick up the latest, the greatest programs that is produced there. And let's see, it's on this side, so I want to kind of get out this way. Got a little dark side on me. I see that, and I'm happening. But again, you got that world of two sides. That's the way it works. World of two sides, and I'm going to give it from my side, and we're going to give it to Mr. Leo Brazil's side, and give you a tip. If there's a discussion, take the good side, and you want to listen from Mr. Leo Brazil's perspective, because I'm like you. I'm asking him questions, asking him kind of give you more, a little different maybe than what it may have been brought about the first time, so that other folks can understand a little greater what we're talking about. Remember, the Talk Beat Jones, we're on air every Wednesday. We come on live from 10 a.m. to 11. We have a repeat broadcast on 105.2 on Sundays at 4 p.m. Now, again, the Talk Beat Jones, you can go on that YouTube TV33 on demand. You can pick up this broadcast and other broadcasts on my show and other shows. And we ask you to kind of put on the comments and, again, share the show. And I'm going to go straight up to the fact that I want to bring in early, if I can, Mr. Leo Brazil. Mr. Leo Brazil, are you there?
Good morning, Brother Billy.
Good morning, Mr. Leo Brazil. Today, we decided that we want to have you. We know that you give wonderful conversations, that you are a person that's in demand at this point in your life to share the information about what is really going on in our lifestyle in America and why things are happening and how things we can look forward to in the future, even though mainstream media may want to lag it out, make it elagnated, stretch it out. But we're going to break it down a little differently with you, Mr. Leo Brazil, because, again, you have that wonderful eye on the prize. You were part of the Black Panthers and et cetera. So before we start with you, for those who may be new and for those who've forgotten, let's do a quick review. We don't have to go a whole long time, because today we want you to kind of do things succinctly so we can kind of move things along. But give us a little something as to who is Mr. Leo Brazil. And also, I know we hadn't did this before, but, you served in the military. And as they're talking about the war and they're doing these things, we know at some point they're going to bring up this idea about what if they're talking about dropping some nuclear bombs. I want you to tap into that and your understanding about how that works. Mr. Leo Brazil, Oakland, California, the person that is an extraordinary person when it comes to breaking down this political game we're in. So, Mr. Leo Brazil, let me turn it to you now, sir. Talk to them and let them know who you are, and let's go into it.
What's up, Billy?
Okay, Leo, I need you to come on in, and let's go right to the program, and let's break it down as to who Leo is, and let's get busy breaking down, first of all, what is your views on why we're having this difficulty, why Trump is having a cycle moment of debating the vice president that's going out to be, that's our nominee for president, Ms. Harris. Talk to me. Can you do that?
Yes, I can. On the question of why Trump is having difficulty debating the vice president, because he's afraid of her. That's why.
But he is the most intelligent man in the world. He has the greatest intellect, and he has the most quick-witted mental capacity than anyone else. He's the greatest. He draws the greatest crowds. He has the greatest brain. He has the most everything, and his hands is the biggest, and etc. So why would Mr. Donald Trump be afraid, or not afraid, but be reluctant to talk to the vice president on a monitor, with the people asking them questions on a live microphone? He doesn't seem to want to have a live microphone as they're debating. The question is, as I asked you before, what is the problem that Mr. Donald Trump have with debating the vice president nominee for president, Ms. Harris? What is the problem there?
The problem is that he's a bully, and he wants to bully anybody on the other side by not allowing them to finish their questions or throwing in extraneous BS and whatever. And he's not going to be able to do that unless somebody just sits back and say politely, well, I'll let him talk or whatever, and that's what he wants to do. But if he is in the ghetto, as you would know, we play the dozens, and if you come down wrong, somebody gonna come back at you capping, you see, and she can do that to him because she's a prosecutor. She knows how to cross-examine, and that's why she wants the mic to be open, because she wants him to try to be the bully boy, and if he doesn't like something, he will go off, and she will let him go off and then come back and cap him, you see. And that's what his people are afraid of. They're saying, oh, no, we can't let him just, free range like that, because this woman is going to chop him up. And if he comes off like he wants to and be a bully boy, she's going to get the sympathy of all the women and everything for men that do that to them all the time. And so that's why they want to open mic.
Okay. So she want the fans or the family or the people around the world to be able to hear his utterings and how disruptive he wants to be. Is that what you're speaking to me about? She wants to hear him. She wants the people to hear how he's going to try to be disruptive while she's talking. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I mean, he just wants to be Donald Trump, and that is the bully. He just wants to be able to just talk over whatever somebody's trying to say, interject his little lies and everything. See, if he can just stick his lies in, then you have to get off of your train of thought and try to address his lie that he just gave you, or you stay on your train of thought that you were trying to get over and let his lies just slip in and stay in. And so that's what people hear, the lies, instead of fact-checking them at the point, because if you stop fact-checking them at that point, you get off of your point that you were trying to make.
And so that was the game that he was playing, and he thought, moving forward, that he had things set up to be able to deal with President Biden in those fashions. Is that somewhat true?
Right, exactly. See, Joe was going to be polite and be, I would, let me say it this way. He would do it the white way. That is, sit there, you say your part, then I say my part. You say your part, then I say my part. You know how we do in the community, man. We don't mind cutting in on each other or throwing something, remark or something on the side, and we just skip right on over that and go forward. Or if you say something that's, like is wrong, I'm going to come back and cap on you. And that's exactly what she's prepared to do. She can play the game either way he wants to play it. If he wants to play it the white way, where you say your part and then I say mine, or you want to play it the black way where we can, rumble with each other, she's ready to do that. Joe Biden wasn't ready to do it the black way, you see. He couldn't hang with what her coming back and say, I was that little girl when she, busted him in that debate that he and her were in when they were running the first time, you see.
Okay.
But Trump's people are afraid that, he's not going to be able to do that. And if he does and try to wrangle with her, then he's going to just say all kind of crazy stuff that's in his mind, and they're afraid of that bubbling out. And she wants to provoke him to bubble that out.
Well, let's speak on, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's speak on the fact that people are talking about the differences in Donald Trump's mental state of being at this time. Do you think, as a person who practiced law for over 35 years, I believe principally you were a defense attorney, is that correct?
I'm sorry?
Were you a defense attorney or were you a prosecuting attorney?
Defense.
So in those years, 35 years, persons who were on trial, such as Trump, who've gone through all of these different trials before we get into this conversations now, do you think that those trials and that stress is starting to take effect on Donald Trump's mental perspective at this time?
No, Donald Trump's mental perspective is the same. The man is crazy. He's always been crazy, but nobody tells the emperor that you don't have any clothes on. So he's never grown up in a culture where somebody could tell him he was naked. And when he goes to trial, that's where his clothes, where he can be exposed. But whenever you ever heard him go on the witness stand, whatever case he's being sued on or whatever, he never gets on that witness stand. And he has not been on the witness stand yet. We're talking about a debate situation where he can control it somewhat, but when you're in a trial, you ain't got no control other than sit there and answer the question, and your attorney is the only one that can raise objections. And you don't tell me one time in one of these situations where Trump took the witness stand, even in the 34 felonies that he got convicted on.
Okay. So
the man is crazy, and it will be shown if he ever gets in a situation where he is with somebody who figures that they're his equal. That's why them billionaire boys and everything, they can say anything they want about Trump, and he don't come back at them. But anybody that is dependent on his money flow or whatever, they're not going to challenge the emperor.
Okay. So what we have, and so when Donald Trump was debating Hillary Clinton, and he used the tactic of leaving his particular space, and everybody said, everybody knows I got my own personal space, don't invade my space, okay? We talk about that. So as he was continuing to invade Hillary Clinton's space, walking around her, walking behind her, etc., what type of effect visually do you think that people who were watching that debate and watching that tactic, what do you think that we were receiving from that type of person, or the people in general?
It was showing that he was in control. He was, the intimidator. He was the bully boy. And if she had been rehearsed in what she wants to say and try to answer the question that was before her,
yes,
her mind immediately floats out of what she was saying into, what is this dude doing behind me or whatever. You see, it throws her off her game. So that's what he wants to do, is throw you off your game so you cannot make your points. But when he does that to Kamala, she is going to bust him. He gonna bust that butt. I ain't got no doubt about it. He gonna go Oakland on it, Billy.
You say she gonna go Oakland, California on him,
He
huh?
gonna put Oaktown on his booty.
Mm,
He gonna look like, and then when he gets upset, then that this woman has got him off his game, then that's when that craziness is just gonna naturally flow out, and that's what her campaign wants. Wants him to just start speaking from his gut. And when he goes to his gut, he gonna say all kind of crazy stuff like, "I won the election, and I've done more for black people since more than Abraham Lincoln, and I'm a stable genius," and all kind of crazy stuff that runs out of that man's mouth. That's what they want him to unleash.
All right. Now, when you say that, I watched a rally that Donald Trump was with or doing, and he asked the folks that was at his rally, "Do you want me to go personal, or do you want me to go the other way?"
Yeah.
And the people at the rally let him know that they want him to go personal. And when they came out and said they want him to go personal, he said that his advisors, I forgot how many of those that he said, but he said, "My advisors, you're fired." So that shows again that he's going to what he is saying his base wants him to do. He wants to be nasty. He wants to call names. He wants to get down in the gutter. And,
Right.
and the people have given him the okay. Not the people.
No, not the people. Some of the people.
Well, hold up. I just stated that at the rally of
I
his.
know at the rally.
I understand, but listen to what I just stated. Family, listen to what Billy Jones is stating to you, what the eyeball and what the ears heard from the man's rally with thousands of, well, how many people were there. He asked them, did they want him moving forward? Is it greater for Donald Trump to talk nasty, to talk personal about his opponent, or should he be on point? And they told him by applause that they wanted him to be the attack dog personal.
Right.
Now, that's from the base of the people that he was with. Now, whatever else people's doing, or however else the people around the world think, or his advisors said, that was the point that said for him, moving forward, my folks want me to be Donald Trump and do what I do.
Right. And Kamala's people want him to do that. They know that's what he's inclined to do. He does not listen to anybody that's rational and tries to give him good advice. The emperor will not listen. The emperor's going to do what he wants to do. Now, what is his base within the Republican Party? The Republican establishment people are saying, don't do that, man. Don't say that. Well, that's the people that he fired. All of them have been kicked out of the Republican Party because I'm going with that 1/3 of my base. And what did I always tell you from way back before we started talking about any of this stuff about that 1/3 of his base? What did I call them?
Tell us.
You say it. What did I call them?
Brother, you got the greater memory. Tell me.
Damn fools. Come on, Billy. You know what I'm talking about. Didn't I tell you that 1/3 of America's voters out there has been exposed from a political science point of view, from a poll or whatever it is? They are damn fools. And that's his base. And those are the ones who told him, we don't care about what your staff and what these rational Republicans and everything have to say, these evangelicals and all these people that are embarrassed by your damn foolery. We want to be entertained. So break out the clown show and go off on this woman. Or go off on this bee is what they would say.
All right. Now, in watching, I have mentioned some years back about Donald Trump and the WWE. and his relationship with Vince McMahon. People have poo-pooed it and let it go past them like air. I stated that Donald Trump will be using some tactics from the WWE, and that the WWE, Vince McMahon, at some point will be unleashing some of his entertainment stars, wrestlers, to let those folks know who've got all of these fans know that they are supporting Donald Trump. I mentioned that, and you can go and you can pull up files or whatever it is they call it, and you can see Donald Trump actually physically participating in some of the WWE events.
Right, he's an entertainer.
Exactly, including tackling the owner, entertainer, participants, Vince McMahon, and participating in actually cutting Vince McMahon, who had a full, wonderful head of hair, in the ring with the clippers, cutting the hair bald. And that was not enough. They then gave him the cream, the shaving cream, and the razor, and had him to completely bald shave this man's head for entertainment. That means that they'll do anything to get ratings.
To entertain.
Yes. So I'm stating that he has that in his bag of tricks. I'm stating that he has the UFC owner in his bag of tricks. He has Tesla person who bought Twitter to position himself to be in a position to help Donald Trump, which is what he is doing at this point.
Helping him with who?
What is the program that he changed it to X? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but I mean, again, which audience is he playing to with all of that, Billy? That's what I'm saying.
Hold, brother. What does X play to? What do the people who is on X?
I don't know.
Who is on Twitter?
I don't know.
Then that's what I'm speaking of. The folks that you don't know, he's going to those folks, sir. Okay?
That's the damn fools that I told you about.
I don't say that.
Anybody that listened to that, anybody that watched that, either got to be an infantile child to watch WWF and all that wrestling stuff and throwing people out of the ring and taking chairs and hitting them upside the head and doing all that kind of stuff. That's Barnum and Bailey circus, man. When I was a kid,
that is a multi-billion, trillion-dollar business. I don't care what you have to say. Hold on. Your ramifications in terms of putting folks in their taste of entertainment,
closer to that mic.
And your taste in what you feel is great entertainment is your taste. I do not feel those folks are damn fool because you put me in that category of damn fools because I love my WWE. I used to watch 2 and 3 times.
Yeah, but do you believe that
it's not a process?
Really
let me do one of the Rockefeller things.
Do you believe?
Let me give you a rock thing.
We
Let
gonna scramble each other.
Let
right
me.
now, see? I'm not gonna let you talk and then you talk crazy and then tell me just because you believe in it that I don't believe it. You're a damn fool if you believe that WWE is real.
Hey, bro. See, here's where you, with your highly intelligent self, is putting categories on folks.
Get closer to that mic,
you are putting categories on folks, including myself, and I'm saying to you that what I like for entertainment, what folks like it for entertainment, does not place them in terms of being a fool. When you're going and you're watching a movie, you know that that's unreal. When I'm watching the WWE and us who are watching the WWE, we know that that's not unreal. But if you put it together like a movie, if you put it together the way that we enjoy it,
so
then that is what we are enjoying.
Now, I'm talking about something very serious, like the future of your grandchildren. Who are you going to elect for president? Somebody on the WWE because you see him on there? You're going to elect Hulk Hogan? That's what they did in California out here when they elected Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't no damn governor.
Hey,
He elected governor.
hey.
That boy that was out there in Minnesota, that was part of that WWE.
Thank
he
you.
Got elected.
But what are you saying?
But the
These
people
folks
that
have the
elected
ability.
The people that elected him, in Leo Brazil's opinion, were damn fools.
Okay, well, Leo Brazil, you and your damn fool principle and your thought, we accept that. Now, let's get back into the meat and the potatoes. If that person is entertainment, and if I'm a fan and he tells me, and I'm a youngster,
Right.
or I'm an oldster, and I enjoy what he says, and I believe in that character, because all of them are characters.
That's the greatness of America. You have a right to your opinion, and you can vote for whoever you want to.
And Leo
I'm not
Brazil
voting for it.
Leo Brazil is a damn intellectual fool for what he is saying, because he only believes in the intellectual perspective of doing things.
That's
Okay?
right.
Thank you. So now we got the fools out there, both whatever. Now, going back to the process of what we was talking about, that was saying those organizations have the ability with their stars to bring in voters, have the ability to bring in voters simply because the people are not voting on the perspective of the issues or what is being stated. They're voting because their person that they are hope to die fans of said, vote for this person. That happens. You look at the people that talk about Taylor Swift and her Swifties. When she speaks, they follow. So let's get that out the way. There is a thing called I'm a star, I got fans, and I have influence. So let's come to date, Leo. Now, we got that hopefully understood. It's not about being a whatever. But you are speaking on Donald Trump and him not understanding, or us not understanding how he goes off. His people like him going off. His people and other folks who may be sitting on the fence, who may feel that they are disenfranchised, they're listening to what he is saying. And they're saying, yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go back to when the original Black Panthers was being put together. When they came out with the philosophies, when you guys came out, you were part of that original Black Panther. When they came out and you guys came out with your thoughts, your principles about what was needed, the majority of the people didn't believe in what you were saying.
Right.
So did that make us and make them damn fools? No. You had to continue to go and get your thoughts together, get them to understand what you were saying. And when they became fans of Huey Newton and adapted to look at what the Black Panthers was talking about,
Yes.
but it took the fact that the people did not believe in what was being sprouted through the mouths of Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, etc. It took time. But once the fan base was put in there, then that's when the strength was there. And that's what I'm saying, the strength base with the WWE and the UFC. And people say, why is he talking about the WWE? I'm saying to the family, y'all have to understand there is a tremendous fan base that folks are not counting when they say in the polls. This is fan base that can be turned to Donald Trump. I've stated things before. Years past, they have come to be. I'm saying to you, look at what the truth is. Not necessarily logical. You have to come outside the box in understanding the tactics that Donald Trump is dealing with.
What are you talking about? You're talking about the presidency of the United States and the power of the world, and you were already talking about you got to look at the facts. I'm looking at the facts, and I'm not voting for that man who's a damn fool. And all the people who are voting for him, as far as I'm concerned, are damn fools.
So you're saying,
or entertainment. I don't want the president to entertain me. I want the president to govern me.
how should Donald Trump and this thing about this, what's this, 25? You know about that?
What?
What about this 25?
Project 2025?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're telling you what they're going to do when governing me. When you let me be the governor of your body, I'm going to do these things to you. And I'm so glad that they wrote it down, because if I tried to talk to the WWE crowd about this, they would just poo-poo whatever I'm saying. But if I want somebody that really want to know what this is all about, take your time and go slow as you want to and read word by word what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to shut down the Department of Education, and all of the scholarship grants that your poor black kids are getting, that's going to be gone. I'm going to shut down the EPA and all of the clean drinking water and all the other things that you might be able to get in Flint, Michigan and everything. I'm going to shut that down. Now, if you wrote all that down and I live in Flint, Michigan, or I got children at an HBCU, I'd be a damn fool to go and vote for you.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why what?
Just what I stated. Why? Because if you're saying that I'd be a damn fool, then tell me, why are they saying, with all this knowledge coming out about all these particular things, that everybody's saying this is going to be a close election? Why?
Yeah, because we are now being exposed. Thank God. I praise you, Lord. Thank you for finally pulling the covers off of American people so that we can see all of these things that they've been saying and all these things that they say are values that they have. They were lying. They were hypocrites, especially the evangelicals that follow my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, who claim to be all about Jesus and everything. And I'm looking at them and saying, if these are the people that are Jesus' followers, I guess I'm not a Christian, because if these people call themselves Christians and they are not dealing with the least of these and not trying to clothe me when I'm naked and feed me when I'm hungry and do all those things that Jesus is talking about, these people are either fake Christians or something is wrong with their Christianity.
What about the folks who are not Christians? They vote?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're speaking to the process of the Christian base, what about in America? We have all of these other groups of folks who are not Christians.
Yeah, the one that believe in free enterprise and free markets and all of those things. Those are the people that I want to come back in the Republican Party, because we need to have parallels in debates and so forth. We need that, and I hope that the Republicans revive themselves. But these people that call themselves Republicans that have surrendered to that 1/3 of the damn fools, I'm sorry for them. They're going down in November as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to do everything I can to get everybody I can to the polls to vote these fools out of office once and for all.
And what will that take, Leo Brazil?
Well, in America, it takes you to understand how democracy works and what your Constitution is all about, and how this noble experiment that we call American democracy must be preserved. The power that Huey Newton and everybody else was saying, who did they say the power was?
And
who did they want the power to go to?
Power to the people.
To the people.
Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question here, Leo Brazil, Oakland, California. A person who is very astute in politics. Why is it that the people that are up to vote are confused?
Well, are what?
They're confused. Why are we confused?
Confusion. They don't have the facts. And if they do, they don't understand them. That's why Trump again telling you, I like my low-educated people, he says. The lower-educated people are my favorites. Why? Because they don't know. Well, don't know means you're ignorant. And everybody hates that word, ignorant. But I'm ignorant about things. I don't know. I don't know why they feel the way they feel.
When I watch Fox News, I don't see. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. Let's speak on the process. When I watch Fox News, I don't see uneducated folks. When I listen to some of these podcasts,
damn fools.
no, I don't see damn fools. I see very
damn
shrewd. I don't see.
Uneducated don't make you a
I
damn
don't
fool.
see.
But because you educated does not make you brilliant either.
Thank you. So let's take the tab that you keep talking about, damn fools, and bring that out.
Well, Grandma and all of them used to talk about. They look for common sense. What they used to say?
They didn't have technology then, right? Today is 2024. All that's backdoor. This is 2024. With all the technology and such, we're dealing with today's events and today's communication system. And so we are.
Fox has a market. There's 300 million Americans. Fox said, all I want is about 7 million of them a day to come on and be on my program, or the 300 million. I don't care about all the rest of them. I want my 7 million to come in every day and let me just lie to them over and over all day and give them the body press on the mat and flip them out the ring and do whatever they want to do to keep themselves happy. That's my market, and that's
let us go.
So I ain't mad with Fox.
Let us go.
People all day long.
Let us go with your intellectual perspective, sir. And again, one of the things that Billy Jones spoke on was how things was going to change. I said this years ago, how things was going to change, how they learned what they had to do. And what did they have to do? They had to put the type of things that they want to do in print. They had to make this part of the laws that was to be enacted. And what have they done? How and why is it difficult for folks in certain parts of our country right now to be able to vote? What did they do? Who are the people who are looking over if these votes can be counted and be certified? What positioning did they place these folks and placing these folks in that position to certify or decertify? And is it in print? And is it in print?
What they did was in a democracy where the people rule, that is one man, one vote. They did everything. They kept you from being a man, first of all. When you finally got the status of being a man, then you wanted to be a citizen and have a vote. Then they gave you a vote, and then they tried to lynch you to keep you from trying to vote. And then if you went down to the courthouse to vote, they sick the dogs on you. And then after you went through all of that and still got you a Voter Rights Act passed in 1965 and could finally, after 100 years or 200 years of slavery, you finally can go down and vote. Now they start attacking the people that count the vote. Oh, no, the vote count is not right. In other words, they recognize that your vote is your power, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop you from exercising the power. And that is what Trump and all those people are representing. They see themselves coming to an end. The end is over. They have done everything in the past to do these dirty things to us to stop us from voting. Well, that's what I love about Kamala and her crowd. What do they say? We're not going back.
And here is the challenge today. All that you stated was wonderful and all that was great. And the folks who are in the opposition, in the Trump situation, they recognized years ago what they needed to do. So what did they do? They used their intellect as to how to change things in print. So when you say, oh, we can't do that, you can't challenge, they put it together, they challenge, they got things approved, they have it in print. They have these things in print, they put it down, they pass the laws, so things that you say is ridiculous, they now say it's in print. These are the rules. These are the new rules. This is how things are going to be going into this 2024-25 election.
Yeah, but that's only the rules in their particular state.
And
the state has different rules and everything, and that's where we're in the fight right now about whether or not my rights as an American citizen in the federal government can go against Texas and Texas laws as a Texas citizen.
You mentioned
what the constitutional battle is all about.
You
that's
mentioned
what the court is all about, and that's what we're going through that process.
No,
but I know that those three quarters those are 2/3 of the people out there that just are sleeping and not paying attention to this are going to wake up and suppress this 1/3. They always do. But in the meantime, my people are the ones that end up suffering and going on, whether it's the lynchings, whether it's the incarcerations, whether it's the drug invasion, all these kind of things. My people end up suffering until the rest of America gets a moral backbone and stands up. But it always takes somebody's bloodshed on our side to wake them up and make them stop and think about it. They didn't listen to us when we was telling them in the Black Panther Party that the police was low down and doing these things. But when George Floyd showed it to them on television, they had to come to grips with him, and people marched all over the world. So there are moral people, decent people in this world and in this country.
Thank you.
But they
Thank
are
you.
sleeping.
Thank you.
They
And
have to be woke.
Leo, going back to the point, they stated that the things that are happening now concerning the ability of folks to vote, these are things they did after the elections, after the vote counts, etc., last time. What they're shocked about and what they're alerting themselves about now is the fact that they did doing all of these things pre-election time, pre-registration time. They're making it so that why and how are they making it hard for folks to be able to even register to vote? Do you have an idea?
They know they're going to lose. They know that there's more decent people in this country.
I'm not concerned about. No, I asked
they are trying to set it up that
Okay.
when November election is over and Kamala wins, it was not a fair election. They are miscounting, and that's why we want to go to every little county in South Louisiana, Texas, all of the low end elect people or whatever can go to court and keep this thing tied up for months and months and months. And that's to be able to challenge all the elections. And that's all they get ready to do is
So-
cast doubt.
so
now,
here-
if they cast doubt on the electoral process, then why would you get up in the morning and actually go down there and vote and actually exercise your vote? So they tried to kill our democracy, and they're doing a damn good job of it because that's what we're talking about right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So now, if you have the folks in place that refuse to certify the votes, then you can't move forward.
There you go. You got what did I just say?
No, what have I been saying to
forward.
you?
If you can't move forward, then you're not going to change the status quo. And the status quo is white supremacy, and that's what they want to maintain, white supremacy. But we ain't going back to that.
So that's
Going forward. We're going forward. No matter what they do, Billy, don't care what we have to go through. God is on our side of right, and we are fighting for our rights. We're not interested in maintaining these people in power who are going to tell you what you can do with your body, woman. God gave you that body. You decide what you want to do with your body. No, I'm going to tell you this. And then you get J.D. Vance coming along with, oh, well, all these childless cat women, these people that got no children telling you what to do with your children, and they letting all these gays and LBGQs and all these other kind of people come in. Man, come on. See, again, this is all about control, and that's all they want is control. Once they are in control, then they're telling you what they want, and they wrote it down. That's the beautiful thing. Thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you, Lord. They actually wrote it down all in that book. 900 and some odd pages of what we're going to do to you if you elect us to office. I said, now that's the democracy that I like. You tell me what you stand for, and another guy tell me what he stands for, and then you allow me to choose which one of y'all I want to govern me and my family and my children and my great-grandchildren and everybody else. That's a democracy. I am going to choose in November. And
So,
then, when 1/3 of the damn fools lose, guess what they're going to do? They're either going to sulk and go away, or they're going to start shooting. And if they start shooting, that's called civil war. Oh, they wouldn't do that. Oh, yeah, they done it before. And why you think they won't do it again? why you think their great-great-grandfather did it, that their great-great-grandchildren won't do it when they think that this is what they must do in order to maintain what Grandpa built.
How long, if you have folks in place to not certify the election, how long will that delay the actual election results being official?
As long as the courts they control their calendar. See, that's another part of the government that we got to understand how it works. Don't you see it right now? The woman down there in Florida, this man has stole government documents, had his bathroom so full of top secret documents and everything, and we haven't even had a hearing on that case yet.
So what?
Why? Because that one judge down there in Florida, and Florida's in Dixieland again, same thing down in that Fifth Circuit, down in Dixieland. I'm not calling those people what they are. They're showing me what they are. They don't give a damn about the democracy that they don't control. And so it takes years to go through the courts if they want to.
So the question, Leo. So the question is, how long, if they have folks in place that can be in a position to not certify the election or the votes in which Trump is not winning, if they have multiple and they have them set up right now, they've had the reports, they have folks placed right now in those positions. That's what the problem is. That as he tried to get them to do before, to decertify, now he has his folks that are placed in those positions that regardless of whatever the numbers are,
yes,
they do not have to certify the election. And my question is, you have those persons who are in place. How many of those situations will it take so that when we have the polls have closed and the elections and the count have been placed, and they say, nope, from this county or from this whatever, those votes have not been certified? What effect will that have on the election process for all of America?
What it would do is take guys like me who believe in the Constitution, says the Constitution says that Congress makes the laws. And so if the laws are working against us right now because he's got all these people in place, the Congress of the United States can change the laws and push those people out. Will the Congress do that? Well, you know the Southern congressmen are not. You know that the
hold on, Leo. Now,
but Barbara Lee and my people
wait,
will
Leo,
vote for it.
Leo, hold up, just a moment. So we're talking about a time element here.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about the time element. So if you're speaking on these folks that are refusing to certify the election, and you have a time based on that, how long would it take for Congress to step in, and what type of vote would the majority of the Congress folks, which I don't believe the Democrats control at this point? So
again, I can't say time-wise, Billy, because the Congress does not work on clock.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congress works on how they schedule.
Thank you.
Power is broken up. You can't get anything. So Barbara Lee and all my Democrats get that law. The John Lewis law was what you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm not talking about the John Lewis.
I'm telling you.
I'm not listening. I'm saying to you. No, you hold up just a moment. I don't have time, Leo. I don't have time. I told you.
The John Lewis law is on the books.
Leo, I don't have time.
It's been there for 2 years, and we can't get it through because the Republicans won't let it through.
Thank you.
Now, you asked the question.
I asked the question. No, you did not give me my answer I asked for. My question is, if the folks do not decertify the election, normally, for instance, whatever date the election closes, we can say that the president-elect is such and such. If you are waiting for certain places to certify their their votes, and they are refusing to certify, will the president of the United States be able to be announced or will they have to continue to hold up until all of these places have certified their votes? And if so, how long will we have to wait to find out who is actually the president of the United States by votes? That's the question.
It depends on the court. The question has to go to court, and the court has a thing called a writ of mandamus. That is, they can say, we mandate that these people allow the president to be in office, and then we will have whatever hearing you want to have on this issue. But they want to use it as a delay, and the court refuses to delay. If the court does not refuse to delay it, that's why the guy's mission right now against Trump is saying, fine, the court told us we got to clean this up, so now it's in Judge Chunkin's hands to decide how fast it's going to go. But you raise a question, which is what they want. They want to be able to stop the Constitution from working. And if this is where people are going to learn how their government works and how
so instead of them charging like they did before with all those folks coming in and attacking in Washington, instead of physically attacking in Washington,
they're going to attack state governments, man. They ain't going to attack the federal government no more. They're going to go to each one of the states. They're going to go to Sacramento. They're going to go to all the capitals in the states and attack the legislatures in those states, because that is where they can put their anger out there, and the National Guard is going to have to deal with it. The governors are going to have to deal with it. That's Leo Brazil's prediction.
Okay, now Leo Brazil, what I stated before again is that as folks was talking that particular way, I said no. They're using the technical ability to delay and to stop and to delay and to stop. And that technical delay is them placing folks in place to be able to not certify the election. And as I state,
right.
And wait, and I continue to say, we as American folk, we know that generally when we have cast our votes on a certain date, by a certain other date, we will know who the United States, who the president of the United States will be by votes, including the Electoral College. We had a situation with Bush, and how did that work out? Well, they did not want to delay too much longer. So what did the guy do? He just go ahead and say, well, okay, I give up. So the process can continue. Now, with these folks,
we don't have enough time to answer that.
Well, I have the time because I'm stating now we know that Trump has folks in place and they don't care about time. Time is delay, delay, delay. If Trump don't win, we don't have to get out and fight. We can have it situated. We got the courts in our hand. How many folks did Trump put in? How many judges did Trump appoint? How many people do Trump have on the Supreme Court? So you say it's going to be in the courts. How many of those courts are going to fall where those folks have been appointed to not go along with appointing?
I don't know.
I know you don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling the folks. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my world audience. I'm talking to people who are asking these questions. I'm talking about the people who are indecisive, who's asking what happens. I know you don't know. That's why I ask you the things that you do know, but the things that you don't know, I'm asking other folks out there in the audience who are listening and who mentally are saying, yeah, that is a question. That is a question. Somebody out there may have an answer. So it's not where I rely totally upon you to have the answer, sir.
The person that has the answer is the judge.
And the process.
One person, the judge or the three-judge panel, if it's three judges, or
and
you nine judges on the Supreme Court.
And the process there is.
People in the audience, they don't know either.
But the process there is, we do know what? It's called time delay. Time delay. And what I'm speaking on, sir, is the process that it's in the making.
Is it time for your program to go off?
It's time for me to have you to go off. How about that? How about that? Why don't you say your goodbyes? I got a minute and a half. You timed it really good.
Thank you.
Okay, give me your goodbyes.
I'll see you next week.
No, you're going to be on a show on a Thursday.
Tula Cabone.
Yes, and so you guys are going to talk about something that
reparations.
Okay, so I'm not really versed with that. So I'm going to speak to him. I'm supposed to be on the show, but that's something that I want you guys and this
Yeah,
person.
I look forward
All right.
to talking
Well, I'm going to say
him
I'm going
about
to say goodbye to you so I can
preparation
finish. I'm going to say goodbye to you so I can
tomorrow.
finish.
Goodbye, my brother. I love you.
And we'll talk. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Bye now. And
All right.
and family, this was a real a program that I got to leave you with, because me and Mr. Leo Brazil have been having good. Like I said, that's my extraordinary friend from Oakland, California. I am Billy E. Jones, and again, family, we give it to you like nobody else can. Why? Because we do it the Talk B. Jones way. I am Billy E. Jones. We're on the Talk B. Jones. We're on there every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 11. We have a repeat broadcast on Sunday from 4 to 5 on 105.2. Go to YouTube, TV33 on demand. Share it. Love it. We respect you. We love you. Have a wonderful day. Have a great life. Be blessed. I am Billy Jones. And again, get ready to work out with me with that Zoom on a Friday, Saturday morning. Take care, family. Bye now. The Talk Beat Jones.